After 6 months of political wrangling, conflict and violence, can there be a solution to the crisis in Venezuela? A solution that is not negotiated by the United States or other world powers or world bodies, but by Art of Living founder Sri Ravi Shankar. The question hangs in the air. Can Sri help in the peace process? The embattled Venezuelan president Nicolas Maduro seems to think so. This decision, if that's what it was announced by Mr. Maduro soon after his meeting with the spiritual guru on Monday.
Que él nos ayude en toda la medida de sus posibilidades en los procesos de diálogo por la paz, así como ayudó en su momento a Colombia en los procesos de diálogo por la paz que se desarrollaron entre la guerrilla de la FARC y el gobierno de Colombia. Bueno, también ha sido mediador y ha ayudado con sus métodos en múltiples conflictos a nivel internacional. Es un hombre esencialmente de paz.
The talks are being held in the Caribbean island of Barbados. Maduro said that he was optimistic about this conversation, but without giving details, he said that a 6-point agenda has been discussed and formulated. This is the third round of talks taking place between President Nicolas Maduro and the opposition led by Juan Guaido. And this is, of course, happening, as I said, in the Caribbean island, although Guaido has said that he will not reopen talks with quote-unquote murderous Maduro. Venezuela's opposition-controlled National Assembly believes that negotiations are the only option now. After months of stalemate, also joining the talks will be the European Union Special Advisor. The talks are being mediated by the Norwegian government at the moment, with Sri as a key negotiator. Maduro used this visit by Sri Ravi Shankar to slam a report by the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights on Venezuela. During a news conference, he said that the document was, quote-unquote, loaded with lies, manipulations, inaccurate and false data. The South American nation was plunged into political turmoil in January this year when the National Assembly Speaker, Juan Guaido, declared himself the acting president in a direct challenge to Maduro's authority. The opposition leader is recognized by the United States and more than 50 other countries as the president, but has been unable to dislodge Venezuela's socialist leader, who is backed by Russia, China and Cuba, also the military. Venezuela is an oil-rich country. With all countries vying for a piece of the pie, this becomes a very complex situation. The crucial question then is, will Sri Ravi Shankar as a peace negotiator help the cause in Venezuela? And this is not the first time that he has been involved in brokering peace overseas. Both in India and internationally, he has been part of conflict resolution, he's been part of lawsuits and adjudication. Sri Ravi Shankar was also part of the successful negotiations in Colombia, where the FARC, the guerrilla group, committed to non-violence and transitioned back into the political process by launching a party. He was accorded Colombia's highest award for this successful mediation. The Art of Living has given leadership training and has taken peace-building initiatives to 35 members of parliament in Kurdistan and Iraq, and also started peace workshops with Yazidis, with Shias, Christians, and other communities in Iraq, and a month-long workshop to reform 241 Assamese militants in India. So they've been involved in processes like these. And here in India, he's part of a 3-member panel appointed by the Supreme Court to mediate in the decades-old Ram Janmabhoomi Babri Masjid land dispute in Ayodhya. And these negotiations are still on, even as some parties to this case do not accept an out-of-court settlement. And that's not all. Sri Ravi Shankar has been part of peace talks in the northeast, Jammu and Kashmir, and has offered his services during the Sabrimala temple row. He unsuccessfully tried to host a reconciliation between different groups and interest groups in Kashmir. He called the Paigame Mohabbat is something that he launched. And can he then deliver peace in Venezuela? That remains a big question. People in Venezuela, though, dismissing this decision and announcement by President Maduro, saying that he has tried to rope in someone who has nothing to do with the country or its people, and this is just a stunt. Talking about